So we had these 10 results in our tidy results dataset, which was included in the description of the previous video. What we wanted to do was process these and update the table. So we had the 20 teams in the Premier League. That was in the 2015-16 season. So next year, Newcastle and a few others will have been relegated, and a few other teams would have been promoted. So these 20 teams will have changed. So, of course, there are multiple ways you can do this. You could obviously manually do it. You could go Tottenham, West Brom draw. I'll just update the appropriate fields by hand. So that really, that you don't really gain anything from that. So what I did actually was just use a loop. I think I mentioned I was thinking of using a function. I thought I'd have a function that would, the arguments would be I'd enter the home team, the away team, maybe all this data, and then the function would update this. So maybe one of the arguments of my function would also be test, the data field that I want to modify. But in the end, once I got started, it was pretty simple. I just wrote a little loop function, a for command. So the for, it just went through the 10, and for each of them it just updated the data. Actually, come to think of it now, I didn't do it all. So this is a semi-solution, come to think of it. But you get the point. I mean, I don't think you gain much more by doing the complete solution. You can continue in the spirit of this solution to get the general one. So here it is. So I'll just talk through it so that you can see what's going on. So here it is. So we have a for loop, I in 1 to 10. So that will loop through the 10 results, the 10 games that we're interested in. So the first thing we do is pick out the home team and the away team. So I'll go up again a bit. So these are our 10 results. They are in BBC Tidy Results. So that's our data frame. And the fields are game, home goals, away, home win, draw, away win. So that's the away team. Okay. So let's go down here. We have team is equal to BBC Tidy Results. That's this data set, data frame. We have $home, so that's just going to pick out this field. And then we have I. So when I is equal to 1, that's going to give us Tottenham. When I is equal to 2, that's going to give us Sunderland. Then we have team B is BBC Tidy Results $away. So that's going to give us the away team. Okay, so that's our basic setup. Then what? Well, I have print team because I was kind of debugging. When I began, I probably had the print team just to print, just do the loop for I is equal to 1 to 10, team is equal to that, print team, to see that this was doing what I thought it was. So then what? If BBC tidy results $draw I, so I don't need to put in any equal or anything. All I have $draw I. So if that's true, do what's inside the bracket. So I'll just go up here to show you. So we're working with BBC tidy results. I was looking at the draw column, and that is a Boolean logical field. That's either true or false. So we can just go if $draw, since it's going to either be true or false. We can also do if home win, if away win. Since when I created this data frame, I tried to put in various bits and pieces, so it was already done for us. We didn't have to. So now we don't have to do as much work to do stuff because it's all already within this data frame. Or a lot of it is. You know, we can keep extending. So let's go back here. So if it was a draw, then what do we want it to do? Well, I want to, so it's now dealing with test. So test is the league table. That's our table data. So maybe I should call it table. But so test is our table data. So then it's beginning by going test $ordered PL teams. So if I look at the table, if I look at the test data frame, ordered PL teams is the name of the teams. So I look at the table, I set the team equal to team. So when I'm looking, when I began looking at the results in BBC tidy results, I'm looking at the first game. And the first game is between Tottenham and West Brom. So I'm setting the team equal to team, or I'm sorry, I'm setting test $ordered PL teams equal to team. So team is our home team. Team B is our away team, based on, you know, whatever the results were. So the first game is, what was it, Tottenham versus West Brom. Home is going to be Spurs or Tottenham. Away is going to be West Brom. Was it West Brom? Yeah. Okay. What's 7? I work with 7 and 13 here. Well, 7, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is the home points. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 is the away points. So at the beginning, all the points are 0. So if our result was a draw, then both the home team and the away team get their points updated. So the home team, which is team, gets home points, which is the 7 column, incremented by 1. So 1 point gets added to home points. Team B is the name of the away team. So the away team gets its home points, or gets its away points, which is the 13 column, incremented. So we get 1 point added to it. So that's the impact, that's the effect of the draw. Then what? If the result is a home win, well then we change the home points by adding 3 points. So remember, the home team is called team. We set team equal to the home team. Then what? If it's an away win, so team B is the name of the away team. If it's an away win, then we add 3 points to the away team. I also put in a print home win, away win, because I was debugging. That's all we have to do if we're only looking at the points. So we can either get a point if it's a draw, both the home team and the away team get a point. If it's a home win, the home team gets 3 points. If it's an away win, the away team gets 3 points. So all we have to do is iterate this. And once we've done that, we can see that the points have been changed. So I'll just if I look at the results again, I'll just look at Arsenal. It says Arsenal get 3 home points and 1 away point. So now we go through these 10 games. Well, Arsenal played 1 game where they were away, and that was a draw. So away points should be 1. And we have 1 game where Arsenal were at home, which they won. So home points should be 3, which is what we have. So it seems to have worked. Now, if I was to update all the columns, I should also have added a little bit to update the home win, home draw, home loss, away win, away draw, away loss, goals for, goals against. So just if I add another several lines of code, so if it's a home win, then reflecting these 10 results in the description below the video or at the end of this video. I should also go through the result by result and go, I have the home goals and the away goals, and on this line. So I should use that to update home goals for and home goals against. So I add home goals to home goals for and away goals against of the away team. So I should use this the home goals and the away goals to update home goals for home goals against, away goals for away goals against. And then if it's a home win, I should add 1 to the home win. If it's a home draw, I should add 1 to the home draw. If it's an away win, I should add 1 to home loss. And so in that way, I can update these 3 columns as well. So we can just make a few little changes so that it updates everything in the table. So I just put home goals. I just create the variables home goals and away goals, since they're already in the BBC tidy results. Then I just add home goals and away goals for the home team, since the home team is called team. And then I update it for the away team. But now home goals for the away team are away goals are home goals. Then we also add a few more lines of code so that the points are updated. So now, say it's a draw, we don't just add the points, we also update the home win, away win. So if it's a draw, we update the home draw and the away draw. And for the away draw, we've got to remember to change the name of the team. So now we're talking about it from the perspective of the away team. And likewise, we just add a couple of lines so that if you have a home win, so a home win for the home team means, so if you add 1 to the home win for the home team, we add 1 to the away loss for the away team. So that's what this bit does, and that's if you have an away win. So an away win is a loss for the home team, a home loss. So that's all we have to do. Now we just run it, and then if I look at test, the table has, home win, home draw, home loss. All of those are now filled in. So if I look at my 10 results, I can go, okay, I'll just look at Arsenal. So Arsenal actually have played twice in these 10 games. So it's played one away game where it was a 0-0 draw, and there was one home game where it was a 2-0 win. So we can see there's one home win, there's no home draws or home losses. In the home game, they scored 2, so goals for is 2, goals against is 0. And that's 3 points from the home win. Away, well, there was 1-0 draw. So there's no away wins, there's one away draw, there are no away losses, and that it was a 0-0, so there's no goals for or no goals against, and there was 1 point away. I'll just look at one more result just to have more faith, more confidence that this program is working. So say look at Man City. They've only played one game, which was at home, which they won 4-0. So Man City have had one home win, no home draws or losses. They scored 4, conceded 0. So they have had 3 points from home wins, from home games. They had no away games, so no away wins, no away draws, or no away losses. So no goals for or against away, and 0 points away. So that seems to be okay. So that's the table that you were supposed to get.